Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deondra if you're new, and if you're new, then please consider joining the family by hitting that subscribe button, and don't forget to like and comment down below. So y'all, I'm trying to come up with a cute YouTube supporter name. I've come up with Deondra Gang, Deondra Click. That's about as far as I've gone. So if y'all have some more suggestions, or if you like one of those two, please let me know down below. So now that we've gotten all that out of the way, we can get into today's video, which is just going to be a 6-month counseling school update. So if you watched my Am I Still in Medical School video, which I will link right up here if you haven't watched it, I talked about the fact that, spoiler alert, I am no longer in medical school. So now I'm studying to become a clinical mental health counselor for children and adolescents. So since that was the last time that I really talked about this journey, I wanted to come back and just give y'all an update. I've been taking these classes for 6 months now, and I am on my 4th and 5th class. So if you're wondering why I said 4th and 5th class, the reason is that I am now doubling up my courses, and I'm able to do that because I passed my first 3 classes with really high grades, and so now they gave me the opportunity to double up. So just a little bit of information about how my counseling school goes. So basically the entire graduate program is an online program, which means that all of my courses, all of my teachers, classmates, everything is online. So that's given me a lot more flexibility to do the other things that I'm passionate about. So most of my courses are 8 weeks long, and the way it works is that I have discussion posts which are due every Saturday and every Monday, and then in between that I also have to respond to 3 students. So those have to be done on 3 separate days. And then on Wednesdays, I usually have some sort of assignment due. So this can be a paper, this can be a video, this can be a PowerPoint. It just kind of depends on the class and what topic we're on for that week. So right now, the 2 classes that I'm taking are substance abuse and addictions, and the other class is counseling skills. So up until my counseling skills class, I've pretty much only had papers that have been due on Wednesdays. And I'm a pretty good writer. I don't really mind writing papers, but it does get a little bit monotonous if you have to do that every single week. And so I'm glad that in my counseling skills class, I'm actually learning real counseling skills. So instead of papers, I've been having videos to do. So with these videos, I have to get a volunteer, which is usually my mom or my dad, and I have to do a mock counseling session with them. And basically, I just have to demonstrate whichever skills we've been learning about that week. So this includes things like using open-ended questions, or showing empathy by leaning forward while they're speaking, or nodding your head while they're speaking. These are just things that show that you are actively listening and really engaged in whatever your client is talking to you about. So the interesting thing is that a lot of these techniques I've already been practicing, because in medical school, we had to practice those same sorts of skills, but the only difference is that I was interviewing patients about a physical ailment versus now I'm interviewing clients who have an emotional or mental issue. But I thought that was kind of cool that I'm having so much overlap between the two. I feel like it probably gives me a little bit of a heads up since I have already practiced a lot of these skills along the way. So the last thing that I wanted to kind of touch on was how I'm able to balance school and content creation. So this is a question that I've kind of gotten along the way when I was in medical school, and even now. People ask me, how do I balance my schoolwork while I'm also trying to make YouTube videos and post Instagram reels and all these other sorts of things. So because my schoolwork is all online, I'm able to really strategize my content creation, which makes it way easier than it was prior to this. So y'all probably know that I have transitioned to posting YouTube videos every single Friday, and that was just something that was not really possible for me while I was in medical school. My weeks were a little more unpredictable back then, so I really couldn't commit to posting a YouTube video every single Friday. But now that I'm doing online school, I have a lot more flexibility because my weeks are already set ahead of time, and I know that I have a discussion post due every Saturday, every Monday, and that I have a paper or video or something due on Wednesdays. So because of that, I can use the other days to work on YouTube content. So in these classes, my weeks actually start on Thursday. So every Thursday is the beginning of a new week. So because I don't have assignments due on Thursday or Friday, I usually use these days to film and edit and get my video posted. That way, when Saturday rolls around, I can do my readings for the week, post my discussion posts without having to worry about my YouTube stuff. And then Sundays, I go to church and do any other readings that I have to do. And Mondays, I do the same thing. I read and then I post the second discussion post for that week. And then on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I usually just work on my paper or video or whatever assignment I have to do for that week. So this is pretty much how my weeks go in general. I have a couple days that are dedicated to YouTube and just relaxing, chilling out. And then the other days I dedicate to school. So of course, now that I have doubled up on my classes, that means that I do have double the work. But this really hasn't been a really big deal for me because I still just knock out whatever work I have for both classes on the same day. So for example, on Saturdays and Mondays, when I have discussion posts due, I do the discussion posts for both classes on the same day. Same thing for when I respond to my classmates. I respond to a classmate for this class, and then I respond to a classmate for this class. And that way I'm not trying to remember what I've done for each class because I'm doing them both simultaneously, if that makes sense. And that just makes it a lot easier for my YouTube days because I don't have to be worrying about, okay, did I complete all of my assignments for both classes? Because I know that I did them both at the same time. So that's been working out pretty great. I'm doing really well in all of my classes, which is a blessing. And I'm also just learning so much. Over these 6 months, I've really just been trying to soak everything in and just really appreciate and enjoy this journey. And I look forward to posting more mental health type of content on my channel. I haven't started yet, but eventually I am going to start bringing in the stuff that I'm learning about and some of the tips and things that I've learned to help with clients. I'm going to try to bring those things to my YouTube channel so that if any of you guys are dealing with certain issues, maybe those videos can help you. And I'm also going to continue to post these updates just so that y'all can kind of follow along with me on this journey. I really appreciate every single one of you. And if you have any questions or comments that you might not want to say down below, you can always email me and ask me anything about counseling or my counseling studies. Any questions that you have, feel free to reach out. You can either email me or you can DM me on Instagram. I'm really good about answering all of my DMs. So please don't feel shy about reaching out. Alright y'all, so that's it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe, all those good things. And I will see y'all next Friday in my next video. Bye!